Right. Interrogation scene part 2, but the battery is breaking balls, man. I think I'm getting hay fever as well. Call it hay fever, it's the cunt. You can't see, you can't. You know what I mean?
What time is it? 9:30. Do you think you're intelligent, Albie? I ask because you look so thick, you see. And act thick. I mean, murdering a Pakistani shopkeeper, that is thick.
Never lived on a gyro, walked into a packy shop and been robbed, tried that and then come out with this kind of crap.
Never been in a gyro, Albie. You've always worked. Talking about your father, aren't you? You look like him. You wanted to be him. When he was ill. When he was dying.
Someone won an Anfield. Nothing going right. Non-stop pressure, yeah, but nothing going right. A minute to go. And the ball's pumped into the middle. And Anson goes up, pump. It's there.
You wanted it to be you and not him. It's just not fair, is it, Albie? All those years of struggle and poverty and none of the good things in life. In the name of God, if anyone is entitled to a peaceful death, it's him. But it's not peaceful, is it? It's slow and lingering and painful.
Let's get into him, man.
Will you sit down, please, Albie?
Another victory. Another last-minute victory. And that's not down to 11 greedy footballers, that's down to 40,000 people praying, willing it to happen, believing it could happen.
It's 9:32, Albie.
Didn't ask you.
Just thought you might like to know.
This was at least a couple of years before Training Spy, man. Like Robert Carlyle was basically unknown at this point, but fucking pretty damn good in this, mate.
My dad fought in the war. Yours too. I know what you've been through. Tell me about it.
Get away from me.
Mine was a kind, decent man, liked his football. Liked to bet. Yours too, probably.
Get away from me.
I don't believe I'll ever see him again. Apart from lives on.
Shit, man, it's hard to watch. I still don't even know if I grieved over my dad. I guess I must have, man. I'm not so Hank felt shit. I reckon when I went nuts and got arrested 3 times, it's probably something to do with it. But yeah, man, makes me think about it, man.
Down in here, there's a thin seam of goodness and decency, and that's him. He put that there. Yours too.
God, you'll use anything, won't you? Even the death of your own father. You'll use anything to prove how smart you are.
Don't lecture me on morality.
Is it her? Yeah. Is it her you're trying to impress?
You're a bloody killer.
It's interesting though, man, because like obviously it's a bit like Dexter, this show in a way, because the killers are interesting. You know what I mean? Nothing excuses murder. Do you know what I mean? But they got their fucking reasons, man. Like there is a deeper motive behind everything. That's just really well written. Like I say, it's a bit like the Michael Douglas movie. It's a bit like fucking Taxi Driver. Some people just go over the edge, man. It can happen to anyone, I guess. Pretty scary when you think about it. Like, I never really hurt anyone, but I never wanted to get arrested again after that first night in jail, man. Like, fuck that, you know what I mean? Totally. And when they say, when you start going to the meetings, you're powerless over it. That's what they mean, man. I never thought I'd ever go to jail. Even in the 90s, I don't think I spent a night in Nick, but fucking hell. Especially with the drink, mate. I've got to lay off it, man. Because it's not that, but it's like hitting on chicks, as they say in America. They're hitting on the wrong one. Next thing you know, you fucking got them boyfriend in your face and
Bloody killer, don't...
jail cell, mate, possibly, right? Because with the drink, like, you know what I mean? It just gets me in trouble, man. So I just fancy every bird I see. But I'm polite, but you know what I mean? When you're drunk, you might just say those are the wrong bird, and it takes one fucking idiot to say, oh, that's my bird smacked, and then Next thing you know, it's all kicking off. So that's why I need a woman to keep me out of trouble. Get high together, baby. Just peace and love.
Keller, don't lecture me
Felt
about
anything in your life? Have you?
It's a tough one to crack, mate. Old Albie. Cracker's
Your
struggle.
wife's parents still alive?
Yeah.
She doesn't understand. All that anger and grief when your father died. She can't share it.
No.
Incredible
And
right.
Hillsborough.
Incredible right.
She didn't even know about it. All those dead people she didn't even know. But you were there. Tell me about it.
Liverpool, at Old Trafford, 6, 7 years ago. We played them off the bloody park, go round them like they're standing still, gave them a bloody football lesson.
I used to talk football with my dad. It was safe, nothing too deep. Your father moves in with you.
It's incredible how he. You know what I mean, it's like he's half a con air away from being a killer himself. Like he's got the mind of a psychologist. Like he understands the motives and shit. So obviously, but he's just got morality. Do you know what I mean? He won't break certain boundaries. But he is a crazy fucker himself. Like he's an alcoholic and he's a gambling addict.
He's dying. Can't talk about that. Far too deep. After Hillsborough, he won't go to the game. Can't talk about football. What's left?
Nothing. We talked about nothing.
Do you want revenge, Ollie?
Yeah.
For all those people that died?
Yeah.
Did you lose somebody?
Father.
He died 5 years later.
It took him 5 years to die. That's how long it took, right? It started at Hillsborough.
So it's on behalf of your father.
Yeah.
Do you really think he'd want it, Albie? Do you? All those other people, do you think they'd want it? They've been through it, for God's sake. The shock, the horror, the grief. Do you really think they'd want to put other families through that?
My father was a car